Joining me, Sameer Nair of Applause Entertainment. Sameer, thank you for joining us
so
on
much.
Business Today Television. First things first, how does it feel to be on the hot seat?
How hot is the seat going to be now?
Well, the conversation will decide. Let me begin by asking you, how do you see the role of media and entertainment industry evolving, especially with the influence of the new digital media?
Actually, it's been going on now for some time. I think new digital media it's not so new anymore. It's about now almost getting to be 20 years old. I think it's pervaded all parts of our life. So what was traditional media has changed completely. I think most of traditional media has also pivoted to the new digital media. So in that sense, I don't think it's impacted us as much as that we've all sort of just adapted to it and moved on. Audiences have changed. Connectivity is everywhere, devices are everywhere, and media has found its way to get to its audience through that. What it has done is it's impacted monetization.
Yeah.
There used to be a very simple way of making money before, which is, make content, get ads or get subscription and then sort of move on with it. That's got disrupted considerably. So I think everyone is struggling with that challenge of how do you monetize media, because you still got to create it. Even though UGC is such a big thing, but a lot of it is just what you can almost call mindless viewing. It has been referred to that, a lot of what we do is what we call mindful content creation, which means we require you to be mindful as well. Whereas typical social media doom scrolling is also mindless in that sense.
Yeah.
So I think these are sort of different things that are happening. But audiences have moods. There's time for everything. There's a time to be mindful, time to be mindless, time to relax, time to get involved, all of those things. So I think in the larger scheme of things, it's a period of churn. It has been a period of churn. It's not any one big moment happening now. I suppose the big excitement now in everyone's life is AI.
Yeah.
Since, I believe anchors are being replaced by AI, and soon actors are going to be replaced by AI, and soon we'll all be replaced by AI. So I don't know. I mean, that's what they say.
I'll get back to the first M later, but the second M, which you did mention about, is the mindless scrolling. Do you think that content, at least varied introduction and new innovation of content viewing and streaming and creation has made it very overwhelming and moved us away from the creative side of it?
But actually, I think it's made it easier. Because
easier.
Television was very time bound. It was linear, so you had to watch it tonight at 9. So if you missed the 9 o'clock show, you missed it, and then there would possibly be one repeat, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
And you never see it again.
Yeah.
Now streaming allows you to keep it forever, and you can resume watching it anytime. You can watch it at any time. You don't even want to watch it at 9. So I think in that sense, it's made content consumption easier. I think the devices and the mobile connectivity, again, with the handheld device that we have, has again made content consumption easier.
Right.
Because you can do it anytime, anywhere, on a different device. So in that sense, it has obviously, inundated us with so much of sensation, right? There's so much information out there. And I suppose in that deluge of information, what happens is that I was reading an article yesterday in the paper that maybe we look back at September 2025 as the time when social media peaked. And that will be the beginning of the great decline. Because year on year, actual consumption in number of hours by the key cohort, which is young adults, is going down, right? So what happens is that after a point, there's only so much doom scrolling you can do. And then after that, you can't, right? There's also a thing about ages. So, a lot of these things work on ages. So when you're at a certain age, like when you're between, say, 14 to 18, you're a certain type of person.
Absolutely.
Then from 18 to 22, you become another type of person. From 20 to 24, you become another type of person. And that's not going to change. We like to think it's changing. We always like to think that we are the generation that's different. Our parents knew nothing and our kids know nothing and we know it. But that's not true. Actually, every generation goes through the same thing. A young adult working is a young adult working. Then you get married and have kids, so then you become that. Then you get new problems, then you get an EMI, So I think in that sense, all that's happening is that there's new technology in our lives, there's new ways of doing things. And I think we are sort of pulling back from so much mindless and seeking some meaning and some mindfulness.
Mindfulness, quality content.
Just quality content.
Got it. On the monetization front, do you think AI could actually have a optimistic impact on operational costs, because it may somewhat pull down the input costs, which could refurbish and reanalyze the whole monetization model of content creation?
I think so. I think actually AI will probably, if it all turns out right, will have a spectacular effect on the cost of content creation. I was just speaking earlier on the panel that what AI needs to do in order to be wildly successful as is being promised, it's the promised land and the Holy Grail and the Red Sea will part, is that it needs to be able to produce content that we can't tell the difference. That's what cinema has always done. It's make-believe. So when you go and see Jurassic Park, you're being immersed into a world where you're told that they have got dino DNA and now they've created dinosaurs. And now these are all real dinosaurs that are roaming around the park. And you believe it. So I think any technology that is promising to tell you that story, and we've already made Jurassic Park. That's happened. We've already made Interstellar. We've done a lot of amazing things already. So anything new that's going to be told to you, the most important thing for the human being is to believe it. So if I tell you that I'm going to tell you a story about the five of us sitting here and doing this conversation, and it's all AI generated, for an audience outside there, they got to believe it. They got to believe that you and me actually had this conversation. And if AI gets to the point of being that good, it can be so realistic and so believable, I think it'll succeed. It'll do us all wonderfully well. And I don't think anything is to be concerned. I don't think human beings really need to be scared about AI. Everyone's scared we'll all get it replaced. It's nothing like that, because there were paintbrushes and paints before that didn't make everyone a painter. So I think AI will still require creative talent. It will require human support. It will require a human ingenuity and genius to take that tool and then fashion out of it even more remarkable things.
It takes away the job, but not fully.
And it shouldn't, rightfully not.
It shouldn't, right.
It'll make the job easier.
It will make the job easier. One last quick question, Sameer, and this is, where do you see India's growth story when it comes to on the global content hub?
Well, there are 2-3 things that India can do. There's been much talk about the orange economy and about us, sort of exporting India's soft power globally. So that's a thing that we can and should do. We are a really rich heritage of storytelling. We've got a film industry that's over 100 years old, so we've been doing this for a long time. The problem in the past has been that we've got such a large domestic market that we're not really focused on doing things for the world because we're just happy doing it for India. And then we often tend to things of, suboptimal quality in India. So if you really want to make an impact globally, then you've got to do things better. So that's one. The other thing is that we obviously have the opportunity to, become, you've heard of GCCs and how big they are in every other field. I think India can be an amazing GCC in the field of entertainment. We can do a lot of stuff in that sense. We need more infrastructure. We need more facilities. We need a lot more support. If you really want the Korean miracle to happen in India,
and regulatory support,
and you need then therefore the Korean government in India. So, for that to happen. But yeah, I think there's a real opportunity because there's obviously a lot of talent, a lot of young people. Social media is everywhere, so therefore everyone has seen and touched and felt everything. I'm sure everyone has got lots of ambition and desire to tell stories. And now the tech is here. So I think the opportunity is there. It would be the sort of, channelizing it, getting down to it, executing it, and doing it well.
Thank you very much, Sameer, for joining us. That was quick, fun, and candid.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.